What is up, you guys? My name is Aubrey and this is my channel. So I'm currently sitting in a Hilton Garden Inn conference room in the middle of Seattle, Washington. It is currently 9:44 p.m., which means it is 11:44 my time. And I actually had a different video planned for today, but I wanted to instead scrap that idea and do an impromptu video going over the most recent stimulus package that was passed in the House. So you guys may or may not already know that there was a $2.2 trillion stimulus package that was passed in the House yesterday. And within this bill, there was a slew of different funding options and initiatives set forward to help people and businesses that have been affected by COVID-19. In this bill, there was a number of different options, like a $600 unemployment boost, like what we saw before with the CARES Act. There was a $1,200 stimulus check. There is small business funding. There is funding and grant options available for industries specifically hurt by COVID-19, like the airline industry or the restaurant industry, and a slew of other options that would help Americans and businesses in this $2.2 trillion proposal. But the thing that is super important to remember is that even though on the surface it seems like this is great news, that a new bill was passed, that we're just now a few steps away from it becoming a law, that is unfortunately not the reality of the situation. And we are very far from actually getting a stimulus bill and actually getting stimulus money into our hands. This was a Democratic introduced bill. So it was introduced by people like Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and all of our other Democratic leaders. But the Republicans still have to vote on it, and chances are this will not pass in the Republican-led Senate. And because of that, most likely this will not end up becoming a law. Nothing most likely will end up becoming of this bill at all. This is something that I've said on this channel before in the last few months, and I will continue to say it over and over again. I do not think that we will see a stimulus bill in 2020. I certainly don't think that we'll see one before the election, but I think that the chances of us seeing one at all in 2020 are becoming slimmer and slimmer as the year goes on. We are now officially into Q4, and now there are a slew of other issues that the government is having to address, from the election to the Supreme Court Justice replacement for Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, as well as just stimulus and COVID-19 aftermath as well. There are just so many different things going on in so many different directions that I do not see a stimulus bill being passed for sure by the election, but I even think the chances of it coming in 2020 are not very likely. So if you're somebody who is in any way relying on getting a stimulus check, relying on getting that $600 boost, I would highly encourage you to start exploring, to really start planning out other ways that you can make income. Doing things like side hustles, side gigs, starting an online business, taking up extra shifts in industries that may not be as heavily affected by COVID. There are a slew of different ways to make good money, and I've talked about it a lot on my channel, but there's a dozen of other channels, if not 100 of other channels on YouTube talking about the exact same thing. I think that it's really important for everybody to be prepared for no bill to come. And if you're relying on government money in order to stay afloat, whether that be in the form of, a $600 unemployment boost or a stimulus check or whatever the case is, I really think that it's important to start planning for other financial alternatives, because the chances of getting a bill in 2020 are becoming less and less likely as time goes on. So you guys, I know that this is a short video. I really wanted to create this video to really drive that point home, because every single time a new bill is introduced or passed in government, I feel like I see dozens and dozens of YouTube videos talking about how a new stimulus check is coming, like we're just weeks away from getting more money, like you're going to get your EIDL grant, X, Y, and Z. And the fact of the matter is that's not what's happening. And it really annoys me that people on YouTube are milking YouTube for views and getting people excited for a stimulus check whenever one is not coming anytime soon. So that's really why I wanted to create this video, was to let you guys know that yeah, a bill did pass in government yesterday, but ultimately it doesn't mean a whole lot, because chances are it's not going to pass in the Senate. But with that being said, you guys, I know that this was a short video and it was an impromptu one, but I felt like it was an important video to make. But I would love to hear your thoughts and your comments on this new stimulus bill, so make sure to leave a comment down below. And while you guys are at it, make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. I will be back in my studio tomorrow, so if you guys missed it, it will be back, so stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next video.